How's it going, everyone? This is Christian with Potato Chips Gaming. Today I'm going to try something a little bit different. I actually saved this replay and we're just going to see if just commentary will be a bit easier. So to start off, I've got myself playing the Elfdar, my own personal little Exodite space. They're not actually Exodites, I just gave them sort of like woodland colors just to sort of get the mood set. But yeah. We're currently fighting the Sunforged Space Marines, my own personal chapter. The reason I've got the Imperial Fist emblem on them is due to them being a successor chapter, not their actual emblem. Their actual emblem looks like an anvil with fire. Anyway, right here we've got some Howling Banshees spawning in, as well as my Guardians just capping a point right there. Same thing with my Warlock. Alright. Looks like our enemy's capping points as well. Let's actually fast forward a bit, because most of it is just posturing up and getting ready. Alright, capping more points. I've got some tactical marines. Alright, we got the medic. That was about to be a confrontation right there, but I guess they just turned around. Alright, currently half the map is... The map is currently in my favor, but that's only because I've got this one extra resource in the middle. Setting up just to make sure I'm ready for this. Of course, granted, if they decide to attack these guys with my Guardians with the tactical marines, yeah, that wouldn't end so well for my Guardians. They're kind of soft and squishy and just a tear up from Imperial Guard. Alright, once it starts looking like we're about to... Ooh. Yep, I think this is the first confrontation here, so I'll just go ahead and let this happen. Alright. So we've got the Merciless Witchblade, which actually drains energy from my opponent, as well as knocks them back with the ranged. So I'm able to just cast spells constantly as long as I'm in melee. It's a pretty useful ability. But I mostly just use it for the sheer damage. I usually go melee with my Warlock. Looks like we got some... Oh, wait. Well, we don't want to miss that. Anyway. We'll have plenty more of those. But right now, let's watch the Howling Banshees get in with some TAC Marines. Now, these are what the Howling Banshees are designed for. Small units that are heavily armored. So these tactical Marines are just going to get torn to shreds. As you can see. And they are pretty much gone. They got some scouts moving in right here. Nothing much going on over here quite yet. However, this will become a major front eventually. Right here. Alright, we got some scouts right here. Not really a match for my Warlock. Especially with Bolters. Bolters kind of suck with scouts. Because, I don't know, I can't tell if they're weaker than the Tactical Marines ones. But all I know is that they aren't that impressive. Alright, looks like we're going to have a commander battle here. Their Apothecary versus my Warlock. Granted, the Apothecary is pretty outclassed by my Warlock, especially with the Witchblade. However, he's getting some tactical marine support. Still not quite enough, especially if I get them into melee, which I have. Got some ninja moves there, kind of speared him into the ground a bit. Okay. Not complaining. Alright, here we go. Speared him in the ground once again. Except you can see him this time. Let's see, anything going on over here? Nothing of note. Yeah, it's mostly just... This is the most interesting thing happening right now. Just speared their commander. Looked like I speared him in the crotch right there. Anyway. Yeah, right now it's just posturing up again, so let's go ahead and skip to the confrontations. Alright. Alright, here we go. Now they're going towards my Guardian front here, so we've got their Apothecary as well as some Tactical Marines. Now my Guardians are heavily outclassed by Tactical Marines, however this barrier that they put up gives them some serious cover. However, this guy unfortunately is not in said cover, so he's taking the full brunt of... yeah. Yeah, there he goes, right there. Alright, looks like the Apothecary is capping some of my points. It's really annoying getting the enemy commander wrangled in sometimes. Thankfully, the Space Marines aren't really known for their mobility. Except for their scouts and, you know, transport units, but you won't see any of those. I mean, you'll see scouts, but you won't see transport units. Looks like we got some scouts in again. Yeah, as you can see, this is becoming a major front. I already lost one model on this guy, so that's one less gun firing at their guys. Alright, looks like our units are outnumbered 3-1. Well, at least squad-wise. Unit-wise, 5-8. Looks like they're trying to cap that point. Have my Warlock here going after the Apothecary. However, the Apothecary just barely escapes right there. They're still going at that power node. Have my Howling Banshees going after the Apothecary now. Unfortunately, I did not realize they were actually going after the Apothecary right now, so they're just going to run headlong into their base. Going to lose a model, but, you know, that's not very huge. I noticed it somewhere around here, or I noticed it happening. Yeah, you're about to see them start retreating right about now. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I moved my commander over here because my Guardians were absolutely taking a beating. Have some scouts with shotguns, which are incredibly good against Banshees if you use them right. They're actually incredibly good against any melee unit because they knock the shit out of them with their explosive shot. Have my Warlock moving back because I noticed these two groups of scouts right here. I currently have a Fire Prism in the works, as well as I put a Shuriken Weapons Cannon team. They aren't really going to see much action until later, and the action they're going to see is also going to be their last. Spoiler alert. Granted, that doesn't really work when I say it first. Anyway, yeah, you saw that was the explosive shot right there. However, with Guardian backup, the suppression doesn't really do that much. So we're just kind of tearing them apart right now. You can see my Exarch there just absolutely laying waste to that poor scout. Then, alright, looks like they're tearing up to 3. We're already at tier 3, I think, yeah. So we're just having this Fire Prism head over here to support these Banshees. Having the Guardians back online over here. And my Warlock, I haven't really noticed that he wasn't doing anything, so he's going to kind of be sitting there for a while. Yeah, so that's pretty much the battle so far. Right now, this is the main front, as per usual. And again, he's not in cover, so he just absolutely takes a full bolter to the face right there. Thankfully, this is their commander, so he's a bit hardier than the poor squishy that was right back here. Now, they've got their commander going after my Guardians. I noticed this, so I pull my Guardians back and send my Warlock in after the Apothecary there. However, you just saw he just took a full shot to the face from that tank, as well as a few of my Guardians. Again, just knocking my own guys back with that. And yeah, he does get away, unfortunately. We got some Tactical Marines with a plasma gun right here. They're just kind of wandering around, doing damage to whatever they can. If I remember correctly, I'm going to pull these guys forward to throw a grenade at them. Yep, here we go. Now, Elfdar grenades are no laughing matter. They're just like full-blown plasma grenades from Halo. Yeah, as you can see, he just like got melted. Alright, got some scouts. Got 2 scouts. I'm not sure what happened to the third one. He must have died somewhere along the way. We got 2 scouts right here going after my power node again. Alright. Looks like they've got an assault squad getting ready. Yeah, they'll be coming in pretty soon here. The scout squad is not doing too hot with only 1 model left. 2 models left for this one. 2 models of Space Marines, Tactical Marines. However, they are reinforcing. Now, let's see what's going on over here. Looks like the Assault Marines are just about to get into combat here. Alright. Yep, they're going for my Warlock. Well, they're not going for him, but they're going to be engaging with him pretty soon here. Now he's going to be jumping right on top of my shielding there, so that's a bit of a defensive hazard right there. Putting my units there now. As you can see, my guy there made a bit of a crater. My tank. Let's see. Anything else going on? Not quite yet. Guardians don't really do anything with them until I get a chance. All right, I've got my tanks focused on this apothecary, and then the Banshee should be going in after him pretty soon here. Yeah, right now. It should just like make easy work of him, or just get blasted in the face by my own tank. You know, one of the two. Yep, I managed to take him out. All right. So that was that. Looks like we got 2 full units of Tactical Marines with plasma guns hanging over here. However, I did get a Wraith Lord in, so he's going to do wonders against them. As the plasma gun isn't actually anti-armor. Well, it's anti-light armor, but not anti-heavy, and the Wraith Lord is considered heavy. Alright, got the Warlock going on here. I gave him the Providence armor, which increases his health and grants him the Providence ability, which whenever he takes damage, it recharges that ability. It gives him, so when I activate it, it gives him increased energy regen and renders my Warlock invincible, which is pretty good. And then I've got the Heart of Darkness, which restores energy and health to the Warlock when I take damage. So yeah, again, my build is primarily centered on my Warlock taking as much damage as possible. Alright, these Assault Marines are going to get a bit of a nasty surprise when they jump in here. Yep, they're going after my Assault-based Warlock as well as my Wraith Lord. So they're going to get a bit of a... Yeah, here we go. Yeah, he just absolutely slams that poor bastard to the ground. Alright, and now we're going to see this guy just die. Alright, so the scouts here are probably, yep. Scouts here didn't do too much damage. Got a Tactical Marine coming in, however, again, they're heavily outclassed by my Wraith Lord. Nothing really going on in the middle, and nothing going on over here quite yet. However, they do have a Dreadnought, and you will see some action soon with the Shuriken cannon. Not anything that's gonna, not anything that's gonna like be written about history, but you know. Now again, it's mostly just them kind of hanging back and like letting their groups heal. You got this one stray Tactical Marine just going over here, and got these guys retreating because I finally realized, oh wait, I need to do something with these. All right, looks like these guys are under assault by my Shuriken cannon here. They're sending in a slightly damaged group of Tactical Marines as well as some scouts in. Scouts with shotguns, it looks like, yes. So we're going to see something happen there. Alright, once again, my Wraith Lord is engaging with their scouts, and they're gone. That's essentially what the scouts are for in late game. They're not that useful, unless you've got the shotgun ability and you're facing, you know, banshees and stuff like that. In which case, they are very useful, but late game, most of the time, if you're going any other build or doing anything else, they're not that useful. We are losing a requisition point to the enemy. Shotgun is definitely more useful than the sniper due to the area of effect damage, the high fire rate, as well as the explosive shot ability. Sniper doesn't really do anything except guarantee unit kill against anything lighter than a Space Marine. And unfortunately, the reload time for the sniper is ungodly long. Alright, we got 2 units of scouts. Scout with a sniper. Ooh, I didn't even notice that before when I was playing this. Yeah, as well as some tactical marines. However, here it comes. The last stand of the shuriken cannon. Got a dreadnought with a multi-melta. I don't really notice this until later, otherwise I would have switched the fire prison to its anti-armor capabilities, because right now it's doing the anti-infantry shot as opposed to the anti-armor. Anti-infantry shot essentially allows for a large explosion to happen, but doesn't do as much concentrated damage, whereas the standard beam does... Ooh, that guy just got giblet. The standard beam does anti-vehicle damage. Now I noticed this absolute shit show that is going on over here. Unfortunately, my shuriken cannon, yeah, did take the brunt of it. And then I just send my banshees in to just absolutely wail on this dreadnought. I was like, oh god, no! We can't have them break through! However, you'll see here that unfortunately a few of my guys do take a good bit of casualties. I just lost my autarch right there. And yeah. Now I do switch this guy over to his concentrated beam, so he'll just take that guy out right now. So now we've just got a big hunk of metal right here. Now they did send some tactical marines down the middle, but unfortunately my tank was there to greet them.
The prism cannon is yours to command.
Just gonna watch this happen. He was knocked back and just died right there. Nothing's really happening over here. Got my warlock and Wraithlord set up here, as well as my guardians. Most of the fighting now is just happening on these two fronts here. So yeah, not much. I got a ranger squad in. I kind of panicked with that decision because I was like, oh god, I gotta do something. So I kind of just clicked on them. I didn't really mean to actually get them, because I just felt like this. I also got a warp spider squad in, which will allow me to do some moderately decent things with them. They just teleport around and harass the enemy. That's essentially their role as a harasser. I'm going to use them to cap these points from behind enemy lines as soon as I'm able. Not much of a spoiler there. Alright, now we got their tank coming in. Now, unfortunately, I was focused on getting this area set up here. I was just looking over here. I was also looking for my banshees, looking around the map at their area. I didn't actually notice this come in until it was too late. So yeah, he actually just rolled up behind me. I didn't even notice, and I just like, I heard like this unit was under attack, and I was freaking out. I was like, what the hell just happened? Oh god! So now I send this guy into melee up the back. Unfortunately, this didn't do nearly as much anti-vehicle damage as I was hoping. So yeah, you see, like I'm barely even poking him here. So I eventually get my banshees and send them in to assist him. I use the Providence ability, which again makes my warlock invulnerable, but still, it's not going to last long enough to actually take this guy down. He upgraded his thing to a las cannon, which is what I thought had originally killed my tank here. However, no, he just used the standard autocannon to take out the tank. However, I was a bit freaking out at this point, so I just sent everything after this I could. I got a sniper right here, so he's going to just run away. And then I'm just going to send these guys after their commander as a bit of as like an act of revenge. Doesn't really work against computer. Still nothing going on over here. Eventually I will give them something, as well as advance this line up here. Right now it's just a lot of posturing and a few skirmishes, so I'm just going to skip through a bit. Yeah. They just get melted. They just get melted again. That's pretty much what the whole general purpose of this is. They lose one and then... Alright, here we go. They got a vehicle in here. They got a Razorback, so I actually send my Warlock back and have him retreat. My Warp Spiders, I actually warp behind him eventually here. Eventually, there we go. And then I actually toss a Haywire grenade on his back, and he just like absolutely melts him right there because it actually did rear armor damage as well. I retreat them because they're taking a little bit of damage and I don't want to lose a unit on them. So I just retreat them back to base and I have my new fire prism come in and yeah, he was not happy about his brother dying, so I just kind of blew their little thing up right here. Then I have him going after their apothecary here. Took out half his health with that one shot, however it's inaccurate. However, the concentrated beam is not as accurate against infantry as it is against vehicles. So I just have my Banshees going after him. They managed to take him down, and yeah, that's all she wrote for the apothecary for now. Oh, what? Oh yeah, he has the army of apothecarian, which allows him to actually revive. So he just like revived right there, and escaped as my Banshees had taken a huge warp blast to the face right here. And yeah, now nothing much is going on over here. Just standard like we kill one and they run away. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I have my Warp Spiders and Warlock back here. Haven't really done anything with them yet, except for now. I'm actually sending my Warlock up. I'm probably going to try and cap this point here. Can't really remember, but you know. Oh well. So we got, yeah, here it is. I gave him a Bright Lance Wraith Lord, so they'll be able to hold up a bit better. I gave him a Bright Lance instead of a Shuriken Cannon, mainly because I was scared they were just going to send in another one of these. So, you know, I was just kind of freaking out. These guys are my anti-infantry over here, and this guy is my anti-vehicle. Got my Guardians doing nothing. Actually, I got them doing something. Oh yeah, I'm going to send them in to repair this guy here. Banshee's doing nothing. These guys are capping this point. Where's my Warlock? Warlock's kind of just hiding out behind here. Alright, they got a Predator ready. I think I'm getting ready for the final assault, or at least I'm going to advance my line. Got my tactical, not mine tactical marines, but the tactical marine squad is actually right here. And they're not doing well for health. I'm not sure what they're planning with that. I would have left them by the base for a little bit longer, but you know, AI, what can you do? Now, as you can see, he's just absolutely whomping on this poor apothecary here. Yeah, so nothing really happened there. Kind of just posturing from the apothecary and just the immediate bitch slap that comes from this Wraith Lord. Alright, looks like they upgraded this guy with the las cannon, so that's going to become key later. I was really sad about what happened with that las cannon. I was like, oh god, no! Spoiler. Though not really a spoiler because I didn't tell you what happened. Alright, looks like they've only got one generator, 3 generators in this one. And pretty much it's just a fight for the middle right now. I'm getting more and more set up over here though, however, yeah. Here we go, I'm starting to advance. So I'm going to advance this line first here. I'm going to put the Wraith Lord right here, as well as my Rangers right here, just to set up behind him. Because they're much longer range than he is, and he'll just take the brunt of it while they just, like, peck off whatever infantry there is in their way. Now, as for anything else happening, not much, so we're just going to fast forward a bit. Alright, we got these scouts coming in there. Just end up dying there. Oh, I'm in slow motion, I didn't even know that was a thing. Alright, yeah. Nothing much going on here. So I started advancing. Oh wait, no, I don't actually. He's just chasing that. I think I didn't really notice until the end. Yeah, he just starts wailing on this thing eventually, and I'm just like, oh wait, what are you doing over here? Anyway, it doesn't really matter there. So we got the Guardians alone here. However, with that shield, they'll be able to take out these TAC Marines. However, again, this little bastard right here is going to take the brunt of the bolters to the face. Unless they decide to run away. Ah, well. Now he's just gonna fire. I've got my warp spiders here. They've just been capping points, so they capped this one first, then they went for this one. And yeah, that's all she wrote for that. I was a bit spooked because I saw those guys there, and I was like, oh god, I'm gonna lose a model. Anyway, yeah, absolutely melted their squad leader right there. I assume that's the squad leader. He's the one in the middle, and he's the one leading the charge. So you know, have these guys retreat because you know they took a bit of damage. Don't really want to deal with that. So now they've got a group of scouts coming in. However, again, my new fire prism, they're just taking that blast right to the face. Alright, just sending these guys in after them. However, again, they just used explosive rounds. Not sure how they didn't get knocked back. I even saw that and I was like, what the heck happened in the game? Because usually the explosive shot actually knocks them back. It must have been something to do with this tank, and like the force of the shot went to the tank. So, yeah. Not how physics works, but I'm fine with it. Alright, got my Wraith Lord here, because he just absolutely started whomping on that, and I just noticed it, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll just let you kill that. And we have a finishing move on this poor Apothecary here. Slam! Right into the ground. Apothecary and armor isn't going to help you from that. Anyway, we've got a few groups of tactical marines. However, that one just took a casualty there from my tank, which I actually advanced up because I want to actually keep a better line. These two scouts are heading over here. However, you know, we know how that song is going to end. So yeah, got the warlock just hanging out right here. So not much going on right now. So let's actually just fast forward a little bit. Got these guys going on over here. Teleported these guys behind him, but again, didn't really do much. Kind of damaged them, but that's about it. I'm going to have these guys try and cap this point. However, these Space Marines here are actually going to say no to that and start shooting at them with plasma. Just kind of got my Banshees hanging out here because, you know, they're really good at the beginning of the game and they're moderate at the end of the game. Mainly because, you know, if you're fighting Imperial Guard, they're likely going to use either a shitload of infantry, which the Banshees aren't really designed for, or they're going to use some seriously heavy units, which again the Banshees aren't really designed for. They're designed for light vehicles and heavy and light infantry. However, if that light infantry or heavy infantry outnumber them, then we get into problematic territory. I've just got these guys hanging out over here. Tanks are just kind of mopping this place up or creating more of a mess, however you want to look at it. Alright, we're going to wipe out the scout squad here. And that's all she wrote for the shotguns. Got this a bit of a heavily damaged unit here, however it looks like they're just going to sacrifice them. My freaking warlock just force lightning them to death. I just love that. And then the Wraith Lord again just swords that poor Apothecary who cannot get a break and decides to get up again, unfortunately for him. Yeah, he just went down again. Anyway, looks like the fire prism is still doing its work against these poor bastards here. Alright, yeah, I lost the plasma gun right here. Unfortunately, it's not like the original Dawn of War, where if you lose the unit with the plasma gun, it stays lost. So what happens is, like, you lose this unit for the plasma gun, and another one just gets another plasma gun. Anyway, yeah. I got these guys running around. This guy's running up to this guy, but you know, goodbye. That's all she did for that one. This one's being a champ. This little guy's being a champ right here, and he's just wailing on that power node while capping a point. Now that the fire prism decided to help out a bit. Alright, looks like we got a sniper squad of scouts coming in, as well as a plasma squad of tacs. So yeah. Got an apothecary coming in after my Wraith Lord here, however, not gonna end well for him. And if I remember correctly, not gonna end well for the other one. Yeah, so the apothecary is retreating. And yeah, that's pretty much all there. This guy's running away, however, he's gonna get away with 20 life. Like 2 more shots from a standard shuriken cannon or shuriken gun would actually just kill him right there. Yes, gonna try for another one of these, however, gonna get interrupted by these guys. However, I think I have them stick around and fight. Or no, they're just being supported by the tank, so I just leave them there. Alright, here it is. I tried to advance this guy up, and like I was focusing on the fight over here, so I did not realize he had actually been in here. However, I did realize and used a Wraith Bone, however, I should have been just running him away. I advanced this tank in order to see if I could save this, however, he's going to get his final shot off before I get my final on him, so we kind of trade right there. He loses a tank, and I lose my Wraith Lord. Oh well. Poor guy. Alright, these guys are getting absolutely shredded by the Warp Spiders and the Wraith Lord. So, that's all she wrote for that one. Apothecary's coming up, and he's going back. This is pretty much endgame right here. I'm going to fast forward a little because it's mostly just them healing up and me posturing. Had pretty much everything start setting up here. I put my Warlock right here in the middle, so that way he looks like he's leading the charge and everything. Got my tank off to the side here, so have him just stuck on vehicle beams, so that way, you know, if they decide to bring any more of these tanks in. And then we've got these guys right here. We're actually going to manage to kill an apothecary before getting absolutely wiped clean. Or not kill an apothecary, but kill a warp spider. But yeah. So just as I lose that warp spider, they lose the entire squad from that one shot. So we got these scouts here, just doing their scouty thing. Yeah, not much is happening. That Devastator bit was the last gasp of dying front. Yeah, everyone retreating here. Still got the Banshees back here because they aren't really going to do much until later. I moved these guys up to, you know, set up here and mourn the guy they were working with. Yeah, not much is going on. These guys just about make it past, though. However, I just send this guy just to chase after these 2 units here, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to accept that. My tank is just going absolutely ham on that apothecary there. As you can see, he just like stomped on him and just slashed him to the ground. Now his swing does a little bit of an area of effect, which is why both those scouts went down at the same time. Well, that was valiant. Did jack shit, but that was valiant. He just like charged that guy and just got slapped. Yeah, I think out of all of them, like out of the tank and the guys just absolutely getting wiped out over here, I think out of all of them, this is what I felt the most bad about. Because what Wraith Lords are, if you remember one of my older videos, well, that wasn't very nice. He just kind of walked over him. Anyway, Dreadnoughts are like mobile hospitals, right? So you've got a Dreadnought. He's effectively a walking hospital. Like, he's got an extremely wounded Space Marine in him. However, since he can't fight anymore, normally he just decides, You know what? I'm going to be put in a box. I want to get you to give that box arms and legs. I want to be sent at someone. That's what a dreadnought is. These guys are a step up. These guys are a dead Elfdar of high renown who have their spirit stones actually encased in this armor here. So you just have a dead Elfdar stuck in a giant machine. That is essentially it. They're a one-upped dreadnought, essentially. Alright, let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit because it's not really much. I mean, you got this guy just absolutely taking a beating here. Looks like he's just getting knocked back. His health is dropping rapidly, especially after that. And he is gonna go... Nope, he's gonna get away. With 20 health. As per usual, I did not realize that was in slow motion. Alright, these guys are gonna get torn apart again because, you know, that's kind of normally what happens. That guy gets sent into a mountain. And, yeah. Looks like this guy got back up somehow. Oh yeah, the apothecarian armor. Anyway, he's just kind of sitting there. Yeah, looks like the computer has been reduced to 1 tactical marine squad and 1 apothecary. At this point, I just kind of got tired, so I sent my Wraith Lord in, as well as my other Wraith Lord. These guys kind of just sneak around, however, I'm not having any of that. So what I do is I notice them, I actually send these guys back and send these guys in to fight them. And as you can see, these guys are perfect ambushers and they absolutely melt with the initial assault. Alright, just have these Wraith Lords here banging on their base defenses. That guy, I kind of get annoyed with, so I'm actually going to send a Wraith Lord in after him right now. So, yeah. And he just dies. As per the usual. Now I send this guy in after him, however, and then I send this guy in after the one that this guy was wailing on, so yeah, that's pretty much the end of the game right now. Got a valiant last stand from the apothecary here. However, 2 Wraith Lords is no joke. Now I use the prism here to actually kill the turret here, and it looks like the apothecary gets up again. So I just have this guy hunt him down and start wailing again. As per the usual. And he's down. Alright, I just keep these 2 guys going after this base here, and I have this prism focused on this guy. So, now that that guy's dead, I'm probably just going to send in the rest of my forces. At some point. Anyway, most of it is just wailing at this point, so... Got my Warlock in here. He's going to make one last gasp here in a second here. As you can see, he's building a dreadnought. I was a bit surprised by that. I saw these things flashing. I was like thinking, oh, he's sending in scouts, or he's going to send in a tactical marine squad, which is absolutely womped on. Yeah, that was not the case. So I send my Banshees in once again. Just have them come in. I'm going to have them help out here. Just tear this down a little bit faster. However, here it is. I'm like, okay, getting ready for some tactical marines. Oh, wait, nope. That is not a tactical marine. Everyone go after that. I just like send half of my forces in after that, so... She just got absolutely just killed right there. That poor girl. Like, what happened there was, this thing actually does area of effect damage, so it attacked this guy, and then, actually killed that lady, and, the ragdoll got caught on this guy's sword, so she just got swung around right here. That was pretty funny. Anyway, yeah, the Apothecary made once again a final stand. That guy is all about final stands because he can never die, apparently. And yeah, didn't bother reinforcing the Banshees at this point because, you know, the game's over pretty much with it anyway. So we're just going to fast forward through it. Yeah, just a bunch of blue going on right now. Not much else. And here it is. The destruction and the random resurrection of the Apothecary. Well, they left a big hole here. Alright, that was that. Let's exit the game real quick and see the stats. Looks like we got an Imperial ship right there, as well as a few escort ships. Commander kills 17 because that guy cannot die for the life of me. Commander level 10 and 2. Yep. Units killed. 116, lost 14. Pretty good, but you know, not my best. My best was actually like 400 something 0. I was fighting Tyranids and I was the Space Marines, which are like my core thing to be. Not sure why it says 15 right there. Oh well. And I'm not sure why that says 96. Oh, they might not be counting the buildings for this one. Okay, so that makes sense. Anyway, resources, don't really need to see that. Points captured and points lost. Lost 5 during the fight, and yeah, they lost 9. They captured 9. Yeah. Anyway, I have been Christian with Potato Chips Gaming, and thank you for joining me for Dawn of War 2.